Right now, another snowstorm creating messy road conditions. Find out which streets are being plowed and how long the snow could be around for. Plus, COVID cases surging to record levels. Tests hard to find. Well, you need to know before you try to get one. And how a new law for medical bills will give us one fewer headache to worry about next year. It's all coming up on News 3 Now at 10. Well, another winter storm making for slippery and wet conditions for a lot across southern Wisconsin. We'll get to those conditions in just a bit, but first, let's get your certified most accurate forecast. Here is Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalty, who's been tracking the storm all day. Gary.
And tracking it as it moved out tonight, Eric. It looks like the worst of the storm is over. Let's start out by taking a look at Doppler track. You can see the more persistent snow now well to the north and east into upper Michigan and parts of northeastern Wisconsin. What's left across southern Wisconsin are just a few flurries and also some drizzle and freezing drizzle, and that could pose some problems. Also some fog. Notice visibilities generally between about 1 and 2 miles, and with temperatures dropping below freezing, that could lead to icy road surfaces. Winter weather advisories remain in effect until midnight for Dane, Iowa, and Jefferson counties and areas to the north. Farther north up toward the Dells and into Dodge County, that advisory runs until 2 a.m. Again, this is just for some freezing drizzle and temperatures that are starting to fall below freezing. Madison's still above freezing at 33, but notice Juneau now at 32. The Dells down to 24. It's 24 in Camp Douglas. So those areas are probably seeing some freezing drizzle, or those were high temperatures today. Here are the current temperatures. You can see they're very similar to the highs for the day, but those temperatures will drop off later on tonight. In fact, skies may clear a little bit toward morning, and again, in some areas of fog are possible overnight. Low temperature dropping to about 17. Tomorrow will turn cloudy in the afternoon, maybe see some light snow showers late in the day. High temperature at a cold 22 degrees. We'll warm up for the last couple of days of 2021, but face the potential for more snow on New Year's Day. I'll have more on that in the forecast in just a few minutes.
All right, Gary, thank you. Here's a look at road conditions from the state's 511 website. Right now, roads in southern Wisconsin are being labeled as snow-covered. The site also tracks crashes and closures. One person is dead after a rear-end collision on Interstate 90. This happened in far western Wisconsin. The crash closing part of the interstate for about 2 hours happened about 2 this afternoon in the eastbound lanes between Onalaska and West Salem. Police say the victim's car got trapped under a semi. Depending on where you live, make sure which side of the street you can park on. Madison among those cities in our area right now that have declared snow emergencies. For more information, including where to move your vehicle, visit our website, channel3000.com. Plows in the city of Madison have been out on our roads all day. They say they will stay out until the storm lets up. Until Thursday, the Streets Division will then work to push back snow to the curb during the overnight hours. Everyone in the city is asked to choose off-street parking options. Now, if you want to avoid a fine in the city of Madison, you have until noon tomorrow to get those sidewalks cleared up. At a minimum, officials say you'll have 12 hours to shovel out your sidewalks after it stops snowing. Since it is a safety issue, they skip warnings and go straight to fines if you don't follow the rules. If you know that someone is out of town, maybe a neighbor, you might want to help them out. City officials say being on vacation will not work as an excuse for not getting it done.
Talk with your neighbor, collaborate one another, and make an arrangement to have the sidewalk clear. And at the end of the day, later you can pay the you can pay the favor.
Fine is worth $100 if you don't clear your sidewalk and the city has to do it for you. That'll be a cost as well. A minimum charge of $145 that'll appear on next year's property tax bill. Keep an eye on the forecast as we head into this wintry stretch. Download our First Warn weather app. It has hourly forecast, road conditions, and the latest cancellations. You can download it for free in your phone's app store. Just search WISC weather. Well, today, the U.S. hit a record 7-day average high of new COVID cases. 254,496 cases were recorded. Johns Hopkins says that's the highest ever over the course of the pandemic. Now, some good news right now is that the hospitalizations and deaths have not seen a similar increase in pace. Johns Hopkins says the 7-day average of new deaths currently 1,453, and more than 76,700 people are hospitalized due to COVID-19. In the midst of holiday gatherings, last-minute errands, many people aren't feeling their absolute best right now. Maybe a cold or simple holiday fatigue, but local health officials say it's important to rule out the possibility of COVID. Anna Hansen reports.
Whether you've been around someone with a confirmed case,
there are the scratchy throat, the fever, the headaches, just general weakness, tiredness.
or you're just feeling under the weather.
The challenge is discerning whether it's a cold, Omicron, strep throat, influenza.
Jeff Shattuck of SSM Health says it's important to get yourself tested for COVID.
With the prevalence of the virus in our communities, we suggest you get tested. Regardless if you've been around somebody that's been exposed.
The Omicron variant is casting a wide net, including those who have been vaccinated and boosted.
The primary reason to get vaccinated is to help stop the spread and also to lessen the symptoms.
Shattuck says PCR tests are preferable in terms of accuracy.
PCR tests are by far a better test.
But a rapid test will do in a pinch.
Generally speaking, there are enough tests. It's just the rapidness of what you're wanting those results.
Once you complete your test, the next step is to quarantine while you wait for results and avoid close encounters at all costs.
Avoiding any close contact, unnecessary travel with people is probably in your best interest.
Because in times like these, it's important to know for sure. In Madison, Anna Hansen, News 3 Now.
Travel restrictions to 8 countries in southern Africa will be lifted on Friday. President Biden issued that proclamation this morning. The order was put in place last month as the Omicron variant started to spread. The president says the restrictions are no longer needed to protect public health. People with expired passports will be allowed to return to the U.S. State Department says American citizens can travel back with certain expired passports until the end of March. Officials caution that other criteria may apply and people should check on the specific information in each country before making their travel plans. Americans will have one fewer healthcare headache next year. It's thanks to a new law called the No Surprises Act. The law protects patients when they receive treatment from doctors and hospitals that are not in their insurance network and that they did not choose. Consumers will be responsible only for their in-network cost sharing in those situations. The rule applies to nearly all private healthcare plans offered by employers. Federal estimates predict it'll apply to about 10 million of those surprise bills a year. The law is scheduled to go into effect January 1st. The River Food Pantry, partnering with a nonprofit this Thursday, to provide local families with food and other essentials. The pantry and Feed the Children will host No Hunger Holidays from 10 to 1 at 2201 Darwin Road. Each family will receive a 25-pound box of shelf-stable food, a 10-pound box of essentials, and assorted children's books and toys. It's on a first-come, first-served basis. No registration required. You can learn more about the event on Feed the Children's website. Governor Tony Evers will deliver his State of the State address inside the Capitol building. The governor delivered last year's address via video conference to slow the spread of coronavirus. Yesterday, he was invited by GOP leaders in the state legislature to give the speech in person, and that speech is expected to happen during a joint session 7 p.m. on February 15th. More than 60 people are facing charges in connection to last year's protests in Kenosha. Those protests broke out after the shooting of Jacob Blake. The county DA says his office has filed more than 90 separate charges, including 70 felonies, 18 misdemeanors. 6 of the cases involve a person under the age of 18. The felony counts range from burglary to making threats against police or the National Guard. We're less than a week away now from a major trial starting here in Dane County. Next Monday, jury selection will begin in the Chandler Halderson case. A jury status hearing for the Windsor man set for tomorrow. The 23-year-old has pleaded not guilty to killing both of his parents over the summer. His trial expected to take about 3 weeks. We'll be carrying all of those proceedings on our website and online streaming app, Channel 3000+. Former New York Governor Andrew Cuomo will not face charges in Westchester County, New York. Today, the district attorney there said her office will not criminally charge Cuomo after a, quote, thorough investigation. They looked into allegations of inappropriate conduct made by 2 women against him. And while they say the investigation did find credible evidence, criminal charges cannot be pursued due to statutory requirements of the criminal laws of New York. Multiple investigations into Cuomo's actions are still underway, including one by the Manhattan DA's office. There's also a federal probe into sexual harassment allegations against him. Well, attorneys for Prince Andrew say the Manhattan federal court does not have jurisdiction in the lawsuit filed in connection to the Jeffrey Epstein case. Andrew accused of sexually assaulting Virginia Roberts Giuffre. She says she was trafficked by Epstein as a 17-year-old in London, New York, and also the U.S. Virgin Islands. The Duke of York has denied those allegations. Oral arguments are set for January 4th. And still ahead at 10, well, we can expect to learn more about the riots at the U.S. Capitol. And the family of a teenager shot and killed by Los Angeles police is speaking out. What they want to see happen now, that's coming up.
You're watching Madison's fastest growing newscast. News 3 Now at 10.
Your place, your club, your gateway to experience the best the city has to offer. Are you ready to experience life at the Madison Club? Join now for only $100 a month. Call or visit MadisonClub.org to join today.
Make organizing your home your first New Year's resolution with Menard Storage Products. Start by organizing your wardrobe with Dakota Closets, fully customizable wooden closet systems. Or add Dakota decorative shelving. You'll get a $1 rebate for every foot purchased. Seal up your holiday decorations or other valuables with storage crates and totes. And keep them all organized with a new shelving unit. Menards has all the storage solutions to simplify your life inside and out.
Save big money at Menards.
Those brave men and women of our armed forces, generations of them. Why should today's burdens fall back onto them? They were there for us. Now let's be there for them. Your local Wisconsin energy providers and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund are working together to deliver Wisconsin veterans in crisis heat, power, and help staying in their home. But they can't do it alone. Call to donate today.
Hey, got a great deal at Toyotathon.
Got a great deal at Toyotathon.
You too.
Got a great deal at Toyotathon. Yeah.
Got a great deal. Okay.
It's the final days of Toyotathon.
Yes.
Time for you to get a great deal.
Right now, during Toyotathon, get 1.9% APR for 60 months on a new 2021 RAV4, RAV4 Hybrid, Venza, or CHR.
It all ends January 3rd.
Toyota. Let's go places.
From Tina Fey and the creator of Saturday Night Live comes Mean Girls, the hilarious hit Broadway musical. Entertainment Weekly says Mean Girls isn't a regular musical, it's a cool musical. It's smart, it's funny, it's ferocious, it's
so fetch.
Come see Tina Fey's Mean Girls at Overture Center, January 11th through 16th.
Wait, why don't I know you?
Get your tickets now at overture.org.
Your place, your club, your gateway to experience the best the city has to offer. Are you ready to experience life at the Madison Club? Join now for only $100 a month. Call or visit MadisonClub.org to join today.
The community held her close after an explosion took her husband's life.
Josh Breider shows us how Abby Barr is moving forward and giving back to Sun Prairie.
And we could be seeing more light snow in our forecast. We'll have that from 4:30 to 7 tomorrow morning.
We are hearing tonight from the family of a teenage girl shot and killed last week by Los Angeles police. The shooting happened inside a mall as the girl and her mother were shopping for Christmas gifts. CBS News' Dina Demetrius has more.
Valentina, danos fuerza. The mother of Valentina Oriana Peralta tearfully recounted the moment her daughter died in her arms inside a department store dressing room 2 days before Christmas. The 14-year-old was struck by a stray bullet when police opened fire on a man carrying out an attack on other shoppers inside this Burlington department store. Cuando algo impactó a mi hija, Valentina. Soledad Peralta said she and her daughter were hiding, hugging and praying as the commotion unfolded. LAPD body camera video shows several officers arriving at the scene with their guns drawn after calls of an assault and a possible shooting in progress. Surveillance video captured the suspect attacking customers with what appeared to be a bicycle lock before police arrived. Officers caught up with the suspect, 24-year-old Daniel Elena Lopez, near a woman he was beating with the lock. She's bleeding. An officer opened fire, killing Lopez. The search of the store revealed Valentina had also been shot.
Valentina's life matters. Valentina's life matters.
The family is demanding accountability.
Never should this 14-year-old little girl ended up as collateral damage at a shopping plaza.
A memorial for Valentina grows larger every day here at the store. Valentina's father described his only child as a young girl excited about receiving good grades so she could become an engineer and a U.S. citizen. The LAPD is promising a thorough investigation. Dina Demetrius, CBS News, Los Angeles.
Police say they did not find a gun on the suspect. The officer who fired the bullet is on paid administrative leave. 6 people are dead, 2 others hurt after an overnight shooting spree happened in Denver. Police say an officer was shot as they were chasing after a suspected shooter. The suspect eventually was shot and killed. Officers don't yet know a motive for those shootings. U.S. and Russian officials have agreed to sit down for security talks next month amid tensions over Ukraine. The U.S. National Security Council confirmed the January 10th meeting today. It comes after Russia gathered troops near the Ukraine border over the last few months. U.S. intelligence believes it's preparation for a full-scale invasion early next year. The Biden administration threatening economic sanctions over a potential invasion of Ukraine. Meanwhile, Russia is demanding security guarantees from both the U.S. and NATO. Americans could learn more about the riots at the Capitol next year. The House committee investigating what happened back on January 6th says it hopes to have an interim report on its investigation ready by summertime. The final report isn't expected until fall. Members say they hope to present more of their work in public hearings in early 2022. Changing weather conditions brought some wind and ice to the eastern shoreline at Lake Winnebago in the form of ice shoves at Calumet County Park. Blocks of ice now line the boat landing parking lot there. Calumet County Office and Program Manager Lindsay Meyer says depending on the conditions, you can get some different colors as well.
The ones right behind me here do look a little bit blue, so sometimes, especially depending on how the sun's hitting them, it can be really pretty out here.
The park leaders say people should enjoy the formations from a safe distance because climbing on that ice can be quite dangerous. Well, let's check in on how the roads are looking right now. Photojournalist Jim Rader driving along the belt line there as the snow, as Gary mentioned, it pretty much moved on out of the area. It's let up a bit. Still could be a little icy out there, so take it slowly when you're out on those roads, which are a little bit wet out there on our roadways. Let's check in. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalty for a complete look at what's happened today and what's happening now.
All right, that's the problem. You know, the snow is over. The roads are wet because temperatures in the Madison area are right around freezing. Of course, a lot of the roads have been salted or the traffic has melted some of the snow. And we also have some fog with all that moisture around. As temperatures start to cool off, we're starting to see visibilities drop to below 2 miles, already down to 3/4 of a mile in Monroe and Mineral Point, and we'll have to see if the fog becomes dense overnight. But the other problem is the temperatures. Here in Madison, we're above freezing at 33. Much of southern and eastern Wisconsin still above the freezing mark. But you go just north and west of the Wisconsin River, and temperatures drop off below freezing. By the time you get up near the Dells, they're in the lower 20s. And roads that are wet will become icy later on tonight as those temperatures cool off. So the good news is the accumulating snow is gone. That's off to the north and east. But the bad news is we still have some drizzle, some freezing drizzle, and then some fog to contend with for tonight. To the southwest, nothing going on. Tomorrow should be a quiet day until we see some snow showers late in the afternoon. As far as snow accumulations are concerned, Yuba in Richland County picked up 4 inches of snow. New Glarus, 3.6 inches. Beaver Dam, 3.5 inches. Here at the station, 3.2 inches. That's what the airport also reported as of 6 o'clock. We'll wait for an official total that'll come in at midnight tonight, and 3 inches in Platteville. So a lot of 2 to 4 inch snowfalls through much of southern Wisconsin, and that's what we're showing on the snow depth map. You can see there were some heavier amounts over parts of southeastern Minnesota into west central Wisconsin and northeastern Iowa. A few areas there picked up somewhere in the neighborhood of about 5 to 6 inches, and that's kind of what we were expecting. 3 things you need to know in our forecast. Look for a cold day tomorrow. Temperatures drop back into the lower 20s, and then we could see some late afternoon or evening snow showers. Shouldn't amount to very much, but then we'll see dry weather for Thursday and New Year's Eve, and then New Year's Day, another system bears some watching. Future track snowfall potential for New Year's Day. One of the computer models has a pretty significant snowstorm across northern Illinois with southern Wisconsin on the northern fringes of it with several inches of accumulation here. Another computer model, the European computer model, has that heavier band of snow close to us, much closer. Now, the band is going to be relatively narrow because to the south, temperatures will be warm enough for mainly rain with a little bit of snow on the back end. To the north and west, much colder air will be pouring down. The air dries out there, so that will limit the snowfall amounts to the north. So depending on where that band ends up, that will determine our accumulations. But certainly, there's enough of a risk that we could see a significant snow accumulation. So we do have an alert day in the forecast for New Year's Day Saturday. And then that blast of cold air comes in on Sunday. Look at the low temperatures, down to 1 below 0 by Sunday morning with wind chills from 10 to 20 below 0. And high temperatures only in the teens, lower teens, with wind chills probably staying at or below 0 for much of the day. So our forecast has that winter weather advisory in effect until midnight for Dane County and areas to the north, where temperatures are are dropping below freezing, and then until 2 a.m. for areas north of the Dells as well as Dodge County. For tomorrow, look for a high of 22 degrees, and then could see some light snow showers or flurries late in the afternoon as clouds roll back in. 7 to 10 day forecast, up to 31 for Thursday and 33 for New Year's Eve Friday. Both of those look like nice days, but New Year's Day, snow, windy, several inches of accumulation, and then that bitterly cold air with lows below zero by Sunday morning and wind chills down to 20 below zero and a high of 12. Just as quickly, those temperatures warm back up to above or to near normal by early in the middle part of next week, and maybe another snow system about Thursday, followed by another shot of cold air.
Gary, thank you. New York's New Year's Eve celebration, it'll be scaled back a bit, but the Times Square Ball just as grand as ever. Crews installing the 2022 numerals today. They'll remain dark until the stroke of midnight Saturday. Each numeral stands 7 feet tall. Together, weigh 1,030 pounds and use 599 energy-saving light bulbs.
Less than 2 days away from kickoff, and while the Badgers prepare for Arizona State, they're also finding ways to give back to the community. We head out to Vegas next in sports.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Hey, Lexus, play holiday music.
We've been waiting all year to come together. Have a happy and safe holiday season from Lexus.
Wisconsin Politics 2021.
What genuinely surprised you this year?
News 3 Now's Naomi Coles leads a panel of state political journalists to help make sense of a chaotic year and preview what's to come in 2022, starting Wednesday at 6.
In winter, you add an extra layer when you head outside. This year, you can do the same thing inside, too. A COVID booster makes your protection stronger, even against Delta and Omicron. So if you're vaccinated and 16 or older, give yourself an extra layer of protection in crowded stores, restaurants, wherever. Right when you need it most.
Chevy is taking people lots of places this holiday.
We're going swimming.
We're going to find the perfect tree.
We're going to Nana.
Let your Chevy dealer take you there with Chevy Red Tags, where the price you see is the price you pay.
Happy holidays from Chevy.
Find new places, find new roads. Or find your Red Tag and you may qualify for $500 bonus cash on all Silverado Crew Cab pickups. That's on top of most other offers. New models are arriving weekly. Secure yours today. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
How to change the way you pizza. Step 1, grab a delicious Papa Murphy's pizza. Step 2, bake. Step 3, chow down on the deliciousness. Order the Herb Chicken Mediterranean Pizza right now at papamurphys.com.
Are you okay?
Oh, it's just a cold. If you have high blood pressure, a cold is not just a cold. Unlike other cold medicines, Coracetin provides powerful cold relief without raising your blood pressure. Be there for life's best moments with Coracetin, now in sugar-free liquid.
Take your sleep to the next level with a new Tempur-Pedic mattress from Steinhoffels. Tempur-Pedic mattresses actively adapt to your body's pressure points, giving you a more personal sleep experience than ever before. Queen Tempur-Pedic mattresses start at $22.99. Plus, get $300 in Steinhoffels cash with a Tempur-Pedic mattress set purchase. Upgrade your sleep with a Tempur Ergo Smart Base that automatically adjusts to snoring, giving you a great night's sleep. Relax. It's Steinhoffels.
Waiting all year to come together. Have a happy and safe holiday season from Lexus.
Some of us think maybe we will be immortal, that we'll live forever, but when you really think about it, we're not going to be. But I say this, through this bust, with these guys in that hall, we will be forever.
One of the most recognizable names in football has passed away. Hall of Fame coach and broadcaster John Madden died this morning. Madden gained fame as the coach of the Raiders in the 60s and 70s, leading them to their first Super Bowl win in '77. His .759 win percentage is the best ever among NFL coaches with more than 100 games. But Madden truly became a household name as a broadcaster and later as the namesake behind the video games. The Packers are remembering John Madden tonight. They say his impact on the game of football was immeasurable, and his visits to Lambeau Field were special not only to the organization but to Packer fans all over the country tuning in. They went on to say Madden was one of a kind. Madden's former team, the Raiders, of course, are now in Las Vegas. The Badgers are preparing to play in the Raiders Stadium on Thursday. But before they get in there, Wisconsin players have some other responsibilities. Lane Kimball is covering the bowl experience for us this week. He's live in Vegas to show us more. Lane?
Hey, Jordan, good evening. Well, for the Badgers, this trip, first and foremost, is about one thing, winning the game on Thursday. And that means practices every morning and meetings. But this trip is also a chance to experience some new things. And today, a handful of Badgers certainly did. Instead of a football, Hayden Rucci spun a basketball in his hand Tuesday afternoon, bringing a smile to many faces, including his own.
It's way more rewarding just to meet these people and get to see what their lives are like and what we can learn from them.
Rucci was one of 5 Badger football players who spent about 90 minutes at Opportunity Village. It's a not-for-profit on Las Vegas's west side that helps people with intellectual disabilities learn skills, find jobs, and gain independence.
Getting to meet people, sign some autographs, make connections that we wouldn't have if we didn't come here. So it's been a lot of fun.
Fun. That's been a long time coming.
We've had to do a lot of training to not get too excited. It's different times, so we're trying to, be respectful and keep our distance, but still show so much excitement to have the visitors here.
COVID canceled last year's Las Vegas Bowl and the meet and greet opportunity with players, building the anticipation for today even more.
It's a busy week for the players. We know it's a big deal for them in a big game, so for them to take the time to come and do a little bit community outreach and get to know something that's completely outside of their community and a different population, it really means a lot.
A few autographs, pictures, and fist bumps later, the Badgers were headed back to the job at hand, focused on finishing the season on a high note and sending fans home with a smile as big as the ones at Opportunity Village today.
It's definitely about being where you're at, I would say. Be where your feet are. When you're at practice, you got to lock in for that, but then when you're at activities like these, it's all about being locked in for those too.
Sarah Quinn with Opportunity Village says a handful of their representatives will actually get tickets to the game on Thursday. And she also added today some of the Badger players' Midwestern hospitality and niceties certainly shone through. Covering the Badgers live in Las Vegas tonight, Lane Kimball, News 3 Now Sports.
Thanks, Lane. College hockey takes over Pfizer Forum for the next couple of days with the Quick Trip Holiday Face-Off. The Badger men's team getting the chance to compete on this stage and in a city they have plenty of success in, specifically winning the national title back in 2006. So the Badgers hope to keep that successful streak alive in this holiday tournament. Tonight they're facing Yale. Takes a bit for scoring to open. Zach Erdahl gets it going for Wisconsin in the second period. His first career goal. Now, after making it a 2-goal game, Yale rallies to tie it up, but in overtime, Brock Caulfield plays hero, nets the game winner, and Wisconsin wins their first game of the tourney. And with the tournament taking over Pfizer Forum, the Bucks head south for 2 with the Magic, a team they've dominated this season, and it's looking that way tonight. Wesley Matthews adds to the lead with a nothing-but-net 3, helps kick off a 40-point second quarter for the Bucks, and a lot of that comes from distance. Chris Middleton cashes in. The Bucks make 17 threes in this game. Giannis, of course, leading the charge tonight, puts up 28 points as the Bucks win their 4th straight. We'll be right back.
Move like a matchstick.
Make this holiday season special when you use the Pick and Save app to get personalized coupons, rewards like fuel points, and weekly deals. So you can get exactly what you want at prices that are lower than low. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
At USAA, we've been called too exclusive because we were created for officers. But as we've evolved with the military, we've grown to serve all who've honorably served, no matter their rank or when they were in. A Marine just out of boot camp or a petty officer from 73. and even his kids and their kids. USAA is made for all who honorably serve and their eligible family members. Are we still exclusive? Absolutely. And that's exactly why you should join.
It's the final days of the Ford Get Holiday Ready sales event. Your last chance to get the best deals of the year on Ford F-Series, America's #1 selling trucks for 44 years straight. Only a few more days to save on our full lineup of Ford SUVs. Hurry in. It's the final days of the Ford Get Holiday Ready sales event. Now choose FlexBuy on a 2021 Ford F-150 and get 0% financing for 66 months plus $500 cash back.
New year, new shape.
Oh my gosh, I'm so happy. I just put this dress on that I haven't worn in over 10 years.
New confidence.
I can see a huge difference. Look at this.
New you.
I can wear a little black dress. I feel sexy.
You deserve to do something for yourself this year. And with Sono Bello, you can remove stubborn body fat permanently in just one visit.
Schedule your free, no-obligation consultation with Sono Bello, America's #1 cosmetic surgery specialist, and find out how you can get $250 off with our New Year exclusive offer. Sono Bello uses Tri-Sculpt micro-laser liposuction to remove your diet-resistant fat cells permanently for incredible transformations in just one visit.
I have one big regret. I didn't go sooner.
Call 1-888-622-8360 or go to sonobello.com.
From Tina Fey and the creator of Saturday Night Live comes Mean Girls, the hilarious hit Broadway musical. Entertainment Weekly says Mean Girls isn't a regular musical, it's a cool musical. It's smart, it's funny, it's ferocious, it's
so fetch.
Come see Tina Fey's Mean Girls at Overture Center, January 11th through 16th.
Wait, why don't I know you?
Get your tickets now at overture.org.
With Pick and Save delivery, it's easy to get your special holiday foods brought right to your door. And that's music to your ears. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
Join me in the 608 weekdays on News 3 Now this morning.
And Gary's back with us now. Final check of the forecast.
Well, the accumulating snow is over, but look at the fog starting to thicken up. There's the live view from the Edgewater Skycam, the WISC Skycam. Of course, it's about a couple hundred feet off the ground, and it's just being obscured by fog right there. Visibility at the airport, 2.5 miles, but some places seeing less than a mile visibility. With temperatures dropping below freezing, there could be some slippery roads later tonight.
And Gary, thanks. And thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 10. We hope you have a great Tuesday night.